Welcome to Urban Hood, your learning platform. Urban Food Alliance is a 501c nonprofit which reaches out to the needy and the homeless who need warm, fresh cooked, nutritional meals. Urban Food Alliance services the needy in our neighborhoods. Urban Food Alliance works in conjunction with Urban Hood and Speak EQ. Urban Hood is a free learning platform to promote personal development and financial awareness. We simply ask our visitors and members to make a donation to Urban Food Alliance if they are gaining from the knowledge provided. Speak EQ offers classes at low cost and donates the profits from those classes to Urban Food Alliance. Our mission is educating families to build and preserve capital. Our vision is that all families deserve happiness and financial freedom.
Lines of people formed outside of this New Jersey restaurant today. Khan Baba of Franklin Park offers free meals to families every Friday during lunchtime. The response from the community has been overwhelming.
I think it's great because there's a lot of people that are not working and we're all suffering. You know, we have kids, grandkids.
It's very simple. You walk up, they ask for your name, address, and phone number. They asked me how many children I had, and they gave us some little goodies, some snacks for the kids.
Today I'm seeing an enormous amount of people that need help, and it's really it's sad. But we are very happy to help in any way that we can.
The Urban Food Alliance to reduce starvation in local neighborhoods.
And what I see, the Spanish community, they don't get nothing. So I was thinking to help them out because mostly they work in the restaurant business and they lost their job.
In the state of New Jersey, 1 out of 7 people sleep hungry. That's when I said, look, you know, if you look around, your neighbors can go hungry.
Welcome, guys. I am Mushib Guyan. I'm the founder of Urban Food Alliance and Urban Hood organization. I'll tell you a little bit more about our organization. Our website is urbanhood.org. It's for focusing mostly education, and Urban Food Alliance is focusing the food, you know, where we give food in states, in domestic and international. We have existence in 3 different countries today. As I speak, and in future we are expanding our service in worldwide to helping the humanity. We'll go over it a little bit more. But before we do go forward, please do understand everything what we're sharing is all before you start using the trade with your hard-earned money. Lastly, if Urban Hood is not responsible for any losses you may incur. So now let's share with you what is Urban Hood and what do we offer to our members, you know, who join us and then learn and grow with us. Urban Hood is a sister organization of Urban Food Alliance where we feed the needy. Here we do not have any discrimination, nothing, you know, in the state of New Jersey. We operate every Friday on our website. If you can go urbanfoodalliance.org, you'll see the event, the daily activities happens on. And especially every Friday that we serve about 150, 160 families. And the families is that the meal of 4 members of family member gets a weekly supply from us. And Urban Hood, what we offer to our member, the education, number 1 is education. And we strongly believe in giving you fish instead of, we strongly believe in helping you to catch fish instead of giving you fish. Or we want you learn with us so you know exactly at what time and when to get in, when to get out. Those are the knowledge we share the events like this. And then number 2, what we offer to our members, and members, you know, we'll go over a little bit more details and how do you get it and what benefit you get being a member. If you are new with it, new with investing, we recommend you join our community, become a free member, and then learn. As you learn and get more experience, then be a paid member. Being a paid member, your money is when the money we collect, we use for the cause. And at the same time, it also costs to cover the cost. So that's the application tools. Many of you know that yahoo.com that has a free financial information. But if you want to become a premium member of Yahoo, it's going to charge you close to 100, $200 monthly or yearly. You can take a look at it. Same thing that trading application like Benzinga.com, you can see monthly cost is over $100 or there. But being a member with us, that you get all those information that where all the other paid services offer you. But here we pull our money, we help each other, and through our custom build some of the tools we offer to our member. Third thing is in it, we offer members to learn from each other. We have over 4,000 members in our community now, but not all of them are active. Over 1,000 people are active. Out of that, about paid members, we have about 300 plus paid members. There are a lot of traders, the day traders and their swing traders, all of them during the day support and help answers to the question for newbies or for other investors, and we invest together. So at the end of the day, we learn from each other. We are down to earth, and we protect and guard each other's hard-earned money. This is what we are Urban Hood offer to our members. Now, one of the things we are proud of that what happened for those who became our members with us and still invested with us. You can see our track record from last month. Our last month, we have given about 31 trades to the people who doesn't have too much time. They just say, okay, tell me what to buy, what to sell. We give a signal, daily signal. We tell you what price to buy, what price to get out, and also we tell you at when to take a loss. You can see from month of June, we had excellent week. We have given about 81 trades. We had 52 success, 18 fail, and some of them did not go right. At the right side, you can see here. Here, just make sure that you guys see, follow along with me. You see that on the right side, our success rate was 74%. Understand this: if you are trading in a stock market and you can have more than that, 60%, 50%, 60% trade. Excellent. To just follow those, because your goal is try to be right more than being wrong. In trading, it's gonna happen, but at some point you need to learn when to get out. That's our last month. Now we are very proud that this month, the month of July, we had awesome week. You can take a look at it. That I will have the updated data from the team this coming week. But I wanted to find out how we are doing last week. At some point in 27th, you can see that on 27th, our success rate is about the 86%. I was honest. I was very impressed with the team that what we are bringing to our members. So those who is new to us are still thinking that, hey, where do I go? You have to do your own due diligence and look at the track record, what other people are doing, and look at that, what value you are getting. So these are the things these are the things we bring to our members. At the same time, we all ask you as a member, if we help you to make extra money, please donate to our cause and support our cause. You can see this is a flyer that anybody can take a screenshot of it. You're welcome to be part of it and just contact anyone. The information is sitting here. That this happen every week where we give perishable, non-perishable food to our members and the people we serve in state of New Jersey now. This is overseas. As happened like last week, we have over 130 families that we served. So we expanded our service in India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. And we are looking in other areas. So this is all about us introduction. Now let's get back to the business, guys. So this is going to be awesome week, this coming week. Just take a look at it, that the earnings. Many of you know that last week is big earning week, where Apple, Microsoft, has done previous week, and Amazon, Google, Facebook, all the mega cap, the big cap, they have done an awesome job in their earnings. And some of them were able to get a good result and get a good make money and work out. Some of them still are maybe in the market. But this coming week, if you look at the earnings coming week, I do see that it's slowing down. As far as slowing down, some of these, you see that what's the biggest thing. One of the thing I will be looking Monday. I don't have a much company to look at, But I know many of you like might be looking at it's like a beyond meat. We know that we have to see what's happened. The Tulio is coming up. This is one of the things that I'll be looking at on Tuesday. And Wednesday, I know many of you now like a big this streaming. The Roku is one of the things, and Moderna I know is a COVID-19 that company that's coming up. We'll see what's up with that. And Western Digital, that's something I'll be looking at. And on Wednesday, I will be looking at also Square. Some of you already have seen. We'll go over some of these and just to see later. What do I expect? What do we see? But Square is one of the things what we are seeing that in mid-cap market doing awesome, and those who already took advantage of it early days when Square was in double digit. God bless you. God bless you. That they are all-time high or almost. So that's something to look at. And then others, on Thursday, I don't see anything really in my head radar that I see that it might go too high. But I know some people are looking at Datadog, Dropbox, people, and I know Uber is something, and we know that is may have some surprise coming up. We'll see that what happens that. And Friday, just pretty much, and I'm not seeking and booking holding. I understand some people might be still try to see if they can take advantage of that the downside and see if it is still can look into in the long term. But I am not paying attention of that. But let me just get something going. I have some annoying app. Let me see if I can kill this. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Recording. I just have to get the recording going. Okay, you can see that the chart, right? It's currently the future. If you look at the future, like look at that future I'm looking at right now, this day chart. At some point in February time, you see the future was 33.90. When as a future, mini future, that kind of is a S&P 500. Those who is new with us, just please do understand some futures kind of tells you what might happen for next day, following day in the stock market, right? It does not mean all the time it follows the rules and regulation. With the current, the whole economy and all the events and the known, unknown and news going on, there is no single rule tells you what will happen tomorrow morning in the market. Nobody can tell. But as an experienced trader, that what we can predict, at least we can be a little bit more, do our own due diligence, more cautious to what might happen tomorrow morning. So that's how we kind of look into futures, E-mini future, ES is the ticker, where all the S&P 500 companies top in USA, they combine together indices and looking at the price. At some point, there are currently indices there in March, the printime 33.97. But look at that, and here is I have two. Do not worry about all the other indicator I have, but look at here. This guy, 150 days moving their average. But if you look at it, the 50 days and 100 moving average, both of them, actually that's 200 days moving average, but both of them, if you look at it, is crossing. But E-mini is, if you look at E-mini is going high and high. You see that it's so trend is telling us that by right now, market does not listen what happens to all this COVID-19 numbers coming in, because it got already discounted some of this. At some point, market just shut off, all the more people dying, more states are closing down. Still market thinks that, based on what market heard from last week, the Fed, and that all the big companies are coming in. Okay, and the current price action is where it is today. It should keep going up. Momentum is up until the election going to come. We know that slowly election is warming up and all this. There might be, but for now, the month of July was awesome for the stock market, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll see that it might maintain the momentum. That's what E-mini future tells you. So here, if you look at it, here it says all time is 33.97. We are not far off to be there. We're right here around 32.82. So I would not be surprised that in very quickly we might the bypass what happened. So at the end, those who is thinking should I be investing, look at what happened to the market. Came all the way down here and now it's coming back up V shape. Right on the V shape it was, or now it was just kind of consolidating here at this range for a while. So whole market was looking at like what you heard earlier, that looking at big organization, big, that what's happening, and especially current economy, all the big tech is the one carrying the market. You see Apple, you see Amazon, you see the amazing earnings came out on Amazon, Apple, and they're going all-time high and high. And Google it did not go. This is the first time Google had a little short in earnings, but it's not like Google did really bad in earnings side. Right, so the currently momentum is in a high trend. Market is the trend is high. So look at that's something I want to share with you that's happened. So we would not be discouraged. Hey, what's happened to this? Now look at Nasdaq, NQ, right? NQ. But if you look at Nasdaq, same way, just like the indices. Just keep going up and up, up, up. Look at where it is. It just keep going up. So trend is if this week, last week we have seen the earnings based on some of the earnings that the Amazon and couple others is holding back. I would not be surprised this coming week that Amazon might go again all-time highs. All-time highs, at some point it had more. It's very close to be there. Okay, so now just let's go through some of the thing I want to share this and this coming week SQ Square earning coming. I said I'm going to look at it. Square. What happened to Square? Okay. If I change it to, let's say, to the weeks, you see that at some point Square was 32. Those who already reached out around March time, Square was look at where was Square, and look at that since then it's going up and up, up and up, up. Look at that, as the Square was sitting around this 130, and last week and at some point it did touch 133. So now it's still Square is when last week it closed close to 130, and so I do see that in the small mid business, Square may come up with very surprising the earnings, and with that, what I do think that it might do very well on the earnings side, and then they will be more bullish. So I would not, if someone who is thinking to work to go under this coming week, and I would say think of you can get in. That's 136 all-time high. They had it. You can get on those calls, and then Monday, Tuesday before the earnings coming in, get out and just leave your runners in the market. But I would so with earnings, anytime when you make money and or not only make money, it's very hard to know which direction it go to. Although you see many times they tell you that they beat the earnings, they beat the EPS, but then investors do not like some of the guidance they're thinking of the coming ahead. So if that's not right, it doesn't go. Then although how good the earnings happen, it can go down. We have seen that happen with Netflix. Those who has been following the Netflix first week before last week, the Netflix had a good earnings. I think number was good, but market didn't like. Netflix is still struggling to get back, right? But if you would have Netflix by that time and sell it right before market close, you'd be smiling today, right? Or some of you might be say, I'm still at loss. So what I would say on just keep an eye on Square, and I am bullish on this on the upside. But if it does, it can go 133, 36 at that range. If it goes down that side around, it can come down around 120. It can go back and lagging on the downside. But either way it can go. All right. And next, what I want to talk to Roku is not Roku. Roku is coming up, but not Roku. AMD. AMD is something. I know a lot of people. People had AMD and writing it and amazingly, I guess in our community, and then many people said I've been waiting for long time when it was sitting around this range 50. But if you look at it, both of these moving average, this is keep going up and up. But it went all the way 79, came down, pulled back, is sitting around this range. So with this trend, and again, this coming week, if we see semiconductor is going up, it can go back to 79, and I would not be surprised it bypassing the all-time high, 80. And I see some of the people are making call with 100 and all. That's ridiculous, guys. Do not gamble with the money with AMD. It's going to be around 100 a week. It's not. But if you want to ride the trend, you can make some out of the call, and then you ride 85, 90, and then as soon as you have 20%, 30% gain, those who does option, get out and leave your runners running. Okay, that's on AMD. But at the same time, Nvidia something that I do think that is going to be Nvidia is similar, and I do think that it has more upside to go. You see that Nvidia is sitting right now 425, 420. I would not be surprised to this week to see Nvidia is touching over 430 and going up if the market keeps the momentum, right? The trend is high, just like AMD, and I would say that those who is looking to invest, please keep an eye on Nvidia.
Mushi, just a minute. I think someone is drawing on your screen. Whoever is doing that, please don't.
Yeah, please stop doing that. I know you may be using your kids or your kids might be with you. Just please don't do this. Thank you. All right, that's Nvidia. So next, let's see the Apple. Apple, I know somebody was talking just last week what happened to Apple. Let's see what happened to Apple. Guys, Apple is a big surprise. And when I say big surprise, a lot of people, even including myself, that I was betting on because of that all the China shutdown, store shutdown, Apple might be bear. But I had very little position on Apple, and right before earnings coming, I walked out. And then I had walked out. I left some of those runners, means with my profit money and the options I left in the stock market. As soon as Apple touched 410, I walked out. But then boom, it just went to 427. This is crazy monster move it made on Friday. So looking at a stock like this, sometimes people do not understand how big this company is and what they're doing. And the investor like the way their approach is coming up. They are truly very innovative. So one of the things that you may already heard, Apple also at the same time announced 1 to 4 split, reverse split. So meaning if you have one stock of Apple today, on August 21st, you'll see that they will add 3 more stock, and then you will have 4 stocks. Apple has done that not too long ago. They did 1 into 7. So they are genius in the marketing and the financial side. Their purpose of giving these so that more and more people can have access to buy Apple for the long run. If you would be investing Apple alone last 4 months, nothing else, Apple, you would have over 40% to gain, 50% gain of your account. Last 4 or 5 months, it grew over 700 to 800 billion. Last for the 4 months. So when sometimes people do not understand what that means, that the growth they had last 6 months. If you look at the growth of last 6 months, Apple growth, you combine Coca-Cola, you take the McDonald's, you take market cap, means taking all of their valuation, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Tesla, Apple would have their growth is bigger than all of their current market value. So Apple is about to become a $2 trillion company very soon. The momentum is at their hand. It is not a company just used to be always value company. They are getting into in a lot of value, the growth areas. They are getting into 5G market. They are getting into autonomy market. They are also doing just like others, Amazon and other technology company, more creative. So what I would say that this coming week, I would not be surprised to see Apple has more room to go up because market trend is up. Apple can go up more before it come down. So anybody thinking to short Apple, watch market very carefully. Market momentum is high. You do not want to go against the momentum for the short term. Okay. But if Apple come down at any time, anywhere below 380, if you see the 380 range, just don't even think twice, just buy it. It's going to pay off in the long run. Apple is going to be touching 2 billion, regardless who is today president, tomorrow who is that, all the political and all the other thing happens. Apple is a good company that, they are very strong, and I would say, think twice. They are getting into many market areas, space. Okay. Now, when we talk Apple, we gotta talk about our buddy Microsoft. If you look at the Microsoft, the sad thing happened. I think Microsoft, it's just unfair what happened with the number, the monster number they produced in their earnings, that they should be, Microsoft should be all-time high 216 if you see the range. But it got dragged down because of some others, did not do well, and the news and things, the news and the COVID-19 virus and the tension between China, all this got affected to the market, and hence the victim Microsoft got caught in the between. Those who have Microsoft, look at that. I would not be surprised this coming week, when market closed, Microsoft was close to 205. You see the range is coming back over 250 days moving average is going up. It touched around there. So I would not be surprised with this momentum Microsoft probably going back to its first is going to go to 200 range, and it goes 200 range, then it's going to come to 214, and then it's coming back to all-time high this coming week. Okay, so I would be in, at least some of you private texted me, do I still keep it or take my loss? And I told you, if it goes below 200, buy more Microsoft share, not option buy. You will be smiling later on. So that's Microsoft.
Mushi, one thing I wanted to add for Microsoft, there is a news came out. They are planning to buy TikTok.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that. And same time also there are the news came up to that on Saturday or Sunday, Microsoft thinking twice when our White House said they are going to ban TikTok in USA. Okay, this is political game, but this sooner or later Microsoft is a strong company that they are going to come back.
Mushi, an update is that I think just half an hour back there was a link saying that Nadella had a talk with Trump and now it's going ahead. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that news might boost them up and 216.
Yeah.
216. So one thing I just like many of you, what I did when Microsoft was keep going down more and more, I was keep adding Microsoft because I believe in Microsoft, the company, and I know I worked for Microsoft many years ago. I know internally when that time Steve Ballmer was the CEO, right? And where the Bill Gates is there. So I know the Microsoft internally, but since then, there are a lot of things. Nadella just changed the whole culture of the Microsoft. You guys all see the result. This is an amazing company to be investing and investing for long term, not short term, long term. It's a good, while you are doing some swing trading or short term trading, Microsoft is do not just bail out and just thinking, I shouldn't think about it. Okay.
Hey, Mushi, this is Sunil speaking. There's one more news about TikTok saying that if it's getting banned, Snap is one thing that will take off. So
okay.
I don't know if that's something related.
Yeah, the Snap is one of the things, and I'm glad you brought out Snap. If those who is looking Snap, if the Snap had earnings, their earnings did not go. We're going to go Amazon, but I do want to talk on this. Look at Snap. Their earnings did not go that well. The number why did not go well, and since earnings came in, Snap is keep going down. You see that there are 50 days, 100 days moving down. I would not be surprised Snap goes back to 20 range again. 20s, like below 20s. Look at that. I know that what happened when I said you all see that, who are the audience for Snap? Most of the kids, right? High school, middle school kids. And the parents are, but do the people business go promote too much with the Snap and just go doing the business? So and the parents and all live on other social media. So although they have the higher numbers, but the ad revenue was going down. It did not go tremendously see the projection of the growth of the company, hence it going down. So I would be, I'll be careful thinking, Snap got 26. I am just on, if you look at July 13 around sometime, I had some long-term Snap. I just kind of took my profit out. I said it. I kind of worked out with never. I still have very few couple share, but I do not say the Snap is going to go back. I'm an all-time 40s and that range of 30s. And then, so yeah, so TikTok and stuff, Microsoft is looking TikTok. Microsoft is looking to see how they can enable their platform like Teams and others, where they can embed with a solution, not like one social media penetration. They're looking their whole corporate holistic view, right?
Hey, Mushi, can you talk about Facebook?
Yeah, let's go Facebook. I mean, we're going to come back to the Amazon. Look at Facebook. Facebook. This is crazy. What happened to the Facebook? That you see that it's ridiculous that when all these others, big ad company ban and stay away from the revenue, and Facebook come back with a ridiculous of numbers that they did outbid the earnings and came back the guidance. They even upgraded the guidance. So Facebook alone, and when you see that the number came, not only many of us got shocked last week. Facebook from here they were just at 230, big monster move from 230 to 257. It's a crazy move it made the market, and it just stayed up, and then just at the end is very little pullback. So what I do see that Facebook has carrying the same momentum now that all the big tech company came along. They show what will they do, and the guidance, they readjusted their guidance. I do see that Facebook has more room that, where some of those analysts that upgraded Facebook that it can touch 280. It's not gonna happen this coming week, but at least just you can ride it at some point, that you can take some profit out. So profit out meaning if you have enough in profit you're making on the investment side on Facebook, just take your capital out, leave in the market with the profit money. But just some of this tech, guys, what happens on the currently market? When market is, most of this stock like the tech, FANG, big cap, mega cap is the one bringing the market up. So if you look at last 60% of the growth happened, then in all the whole NASDAQ, S&P, does big tech. But as soon as if anything pull back, these are the ones going to get hit most. So you cannot forever thinking it's going to stay like that. But it's still, the momentum is going higher. It can go high more, but do not stay too long. Just take some profit and leave some of the stock with your profit money. That way, in case it pull back, that you do not have to start thinking, oh, guy, what do I do? What do I do? I know many of you are not a day trader. You are looking at something short term. At the same time, many people say, I'm looking some long term. So that's what some of the things, how do you readjust your portfolio? That's why we start teaching those skills. Skills in our classes and as part of this in our organization. And somebody is going to post you those links on chat. Please do take a look at it. because you have a lot of information on YouTube that people do watch it, and I see that people keep still say, oh, I watch this video, I watch the videos. But YouTube, that if you could do everything by watching YouTube or watching on the internet, then you do not need all the real institution to help you to grow, how to connect all the information dot together. This is why we come. We help you to teach those classes, 8 hours, 10 hours of classes on demand class. Plus we have in-person classes that we answer all those questions. We take the real life example and we show you how this connect together. So please do take those, because $140 or $130, the amount of 10 hours, 15 hours of our time, if you don't think that's worth of our volunteers' time, maybe you should think something else different. Because I know people in this room that have more than 20,000, 30,000 loss. And we kept asking them, why did you do it? Oh, I told my friend told me. My friend told me, oh, I did it. I thought first time I did it, I made so much money. Beginner's luck is not going to bring you those consistent results that what I showed to you earlier. That we are not here just in one day just give you beginner's luck. We are helping you to learn, at the same time take responsibility. So yes, Facebook is going to go up, and then with the current trend, it does tell that it has more room to before it pull back. Now coming back to Amazon. The earnings, the monster earnings Amazon brought in, and look at that now where Amazon is. I do see that where Amazon had all-time high at some point not too long ago, 33.44. I expected that it will pull up to that all-time high, go back to this. Right? It did not. Just because just so many others pull back, Amazon did not have that luck yet. But this coming week, I do see that Amazon has more room to go back and at least touch this all-time 33.44, or it can go higher. So one thing, those who is investing Amazon, keep an eye investing Amazon, that usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Amazon is going to touch high enough, and then Thursday, Friday, it's going to pull back. Many of you know that I'm an Amazon guy, that I invest a lot of money on Amazon. So this is my experience that I've seen that Monday, Wednesday, the Monday, Tuesday, Amazon goes all, and then Wednesday kind of, depending on what happened, is slow back, and Thursday, Friday, Amazon is lagging, and then boom, that either you make money or you lose money. So now I start, okay, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to, if I make enough money with the number I have in my mind, I'm going to get out and just move on, and then plan for the next week. Okay. But Amazon has, with the current this Amazon pullback, it went to 32.60, but at the end it closed this, on the market, and a lot of bad news coming in on Friday. It could not sustain over 3,200. I expected it would, but tomorrow with this current momentum, I would not be surprised to go by Amazon go back to 32, 3,300, and you might see some good move. Okay. Okay. Now what else? Let me see what
There are few tickers on the chat line if you want to take a look.
I will go on the ticker side. That's okay. Let me make sure. So one of the thing, guys, I'm going to do a little different than what Delaware does. I do not want to go all the tickers, because those who have been sharing tickers, you know the drill. Every day midday we do this. We do this and we tell you what to buy. But while I am looking at the tickers, I'm waiting for some questions, especially from the new members. Guys, any questions? And while I'm looking at the comments on the chat line.
Hi, Mushi. This is Tina here. I just have a quick question about Apple Split. So if someone wants to get in, is this a good time, or should I wait till the split happens, because then it's go down to $100, like 100. Right now it's just going up and up. So what's advisable?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Currently, if you are looking at Apple for the long-term investment, first of all, are you looking for long-term or looking to something short-term? When I say long term, meaning at least next 6 months. Short term means
Yeah,
next 2 months.
long term.
Long term, okay. So if that is, then I would say wait on Apple. Apple is going to be cooled down. Currently, Apple is too high. Then the market, some of the companies like this is high price. Short term, yes, it can go up to another. I would not be surprised to Apple touching over 450. But after March, and in March, the election is coming. Especially month of September is one of the worst time, and in the market side, there will be some pullback going to happen. Election coming in, and then the others and around the globe that you are seeing that. If that happens, that time you will have plenty of time to buy Apple.
Okay. Thank you.
But I have a question. So after the split, so the Apple stock is going to come down to 100, right?
Yeah, like for assuming, let's say the day on August 21st, Apple, if it is still 400, it's going to come down to 100, right?
Right. Yeah.
And if you have one stock, you'll see 3 more stock in your portfolio. So your value did not go change. All you just see more numbers of the stock you have, and it gives other people more access to buy Apple easily.
Right.
Okay.
Can we talk?
Hey, Mushfiq, I had a quick question. This is Ahmed. How are you?
Yes, very good, Ahmed. How are you?
Hey, so I had a quick question. So you had shared the earnings report for all the companies, right? Is it a good idea to was that in respect to placing option trades, or was that for people who are trying to do long-term holding?
When you say the earnings or long-term earnings, it all depends which company and which one. And even you say I shared, and then I shared plenty of those. I'm not sure which one you are referring. Do you have any particular company name in mind, Ahmed?
Oh no, the first presentation, the first picture that you had showed, it showed like all the list of companies with the earnings on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's right.
Just trying to understand, was that for like options trading, like to place calls and puts, or was that just specifically for people who are looking for long-term investing?
People who is looking for long-term investment also. What I would say, I shared that some of the companies are going to have a pullback. So if you are looking at long term, look at the companies that some of the companies we share that, hey, it has a bullish, but it can go down. It can go down. If it is go down, this is good time to buy. And to give you a perfect example, if you look at Google, GOGL, Google, I'm going to share. Last week, Google had an earnings came out. And if somebody like you that looking at long term, look at what Google happened. And last week, Friday, it came up, before the market, Google went back, you look at around here, all the way to 1586, came down. And then, and later on, after 5 o'clock, Google the earnings came up, you see the Google all the way coming down 14, it touched around 1450, around the range, 1450. So if somebody is like, I'm not an investor on option, I do not, but Google is a good company. If you look at last 3 quarters of Google earnings, 4 quarters, Google did not miss the earnings because of currently there's some coronavirus. It got caught. Google got caught in the middle, and now it's and also the other thing Google had a 2 different CEO before. They consolidated 2 different CEO to now the main one CEOs, right? That also kind of got Larry Page, the original founder, getting too much conflict. So there are some politics happen. But at the end, that you will see that the new number is going to come out in future is very strong. So if I were you to investing and in long term, I would think, hey, this is a great price to buy in, buy some stocks, sit in there. You'll see Google is going to come back up, and Google will be easily 1600s and above, because all the others, comparing others, Google is undervalued right now. Okay, so when I shared earnings, some of these you are going to see sometimes this is where you long-term investor look for opportunities. If when market pull back, sometimes they get punished big time. That doesn't matter. When a lot of the investors, they are going to cash out the money, and then they do injustice, and that also causes to the retail market. People like you and I call a retail investor. We say, look, it's going down. We start selling and panic selling. And because of panic selling, it keep going down. And that's when sometimes, oh, this is a good buy to buy. Okay. So that's what when I said, earnings coming in, some of the companies that you are keeping an eye on, Roku, Nvidia, and Square earnings coming in, that Beyond Meat, again, especially Beyond Meat, we know that what's happening with Beyond. I do see, look at Beyond Meat, and that's also coming. In this long term, with what's happening in the global world, I do see that Beyond Meat is going to go up at some point, but the trend says it's going down. So if you look at the currently Beyond Meat around 127 in range, 125, 127 in range, but this stock was over 300 at some point when it come in, right? So, but because of a lot of other things happen, I know it's a hype, but they have to prove to the market they're worth this. I would say, Beyond Meat company like if it goes pull back more below 100 or close to 110, buy. This is a good stock that the long term that they are going. You are going to see that in others, they are getting in China market, they are getting in McDonald's and so many others that stores or Costco, Sam's Club, they're getting in. And with all the world and shortage of food and what happens with the animal meat and stuff, people are looking at more healthy choice. It has a good choice. So when earnings come like companies like these, it pull back. That's when you start buy and sit there, stay for long term. Okay, when I say long term, like 6 months. For now, let's consider next 6 months to and above is going to go up. Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? I'm looking. And while that's happening, also I do want to make sure why you guys can start think of asking me tough questions. And I do want to show you guys that when you go to our website, and those who joined us are late, and then I want to show you that these are the things when we share the daily ticker with our members. This is our month of June. We have June success rate. Look at 74%, and out of 31, 81 trades and 52 success for 18 fail. We are not saying we are perfect, but we know that we have done a great job as a team, that our volunteers have done a great job. 74% success of the ticker that we're sharing with our members. Look at July. Our success rate is this is July and 27. We have 84, 86 in that range. I will get the final number from the team, but look at that success rate we bring to the table, right? We do ask you, please do when you come to our site, urbanhood.org. You just have to look, make sure you visit the website urbanhood.org, and then people do, how do I stay connected? We have on the upper live room, upper side, you're going to see that Discord and Telegram, Discord, and Meetup. These 3 ways that you can stay connected with us. And those who said, I don't have time, I don't do chatting and stuff, how do I do it? You see the services, stock of the day. You click stock of the day. This sticker, some of the sticker, what we are sharing, you see that every day around before 9 o'clock or around 9 o'clock, we start putting those. This is live, we start adding. Last week, we shared 2 of these on the website. But every day it comes new that before market open, okay? And during the day, those who was part of paid member, then you are with us in the Discord room. Here I'm showing you in our Discord room, the type of chat, the conversation happens paid. The money, $25 or whatever you're putting it is nothing. The amount of people make, and with us, with the success rate, we just share with you. And options, we have tons of guys, sharing the options. I'm sharing the options I buy, options I sell, and options we close, which tell you when we are buying, when we are selling. And we have a lot of rising stars that are also sharing that. And then you see that the paid tools, this is Benzinga tools alone. If you go benzinga.com, you'll see that how much it costs. Over $100 a month it costs you. but this comes with you being a paid member with us, right? There are Benzinga News, there are Morning Star, all those stuff is part of being a paid member with us that you can, and then people do ask, how do I know more about it? This is
Mushi,
one, yes.
what is the previous app you just showed us?
It's called Discord. Yeah, DISCORD. This is like almost like in a Telegram, not Telegram. Guys, help me out. Slack. You know Slack? You guys heard about Slack? This is just like Slack, but what happens? This is designed. Slack does not give us an open API to build custom solution. This gives us that to build custom solution to an open API. Okay. So this is like
Mushi, one quick question. Could you give me your thoughts on Wix, Fastly, and Upworks?
Yeah, I'm going to go there quick. Just let me finish it, and then some of this stuff I will, and I cannot promise all of them because I see a lot of people posted. So just give me a second because there are some people private texted. I want to make sure that the new members also knows and that how to navigate the information. Membership information, you can see that this is currently we have free and the paid member. You can fill out, and then we are going to be this is non-profit run by volunteers. We discussed with all the other active volunteers that will remove this free membership. Is adding a lot of more extra work because work than the amount of volunteers we do not have it. So we'll remove this one, but still at some point not be this one. This one. I'm sorry. We have if you click or somebody does click on it, you'll see that we have a membership, the monthly, yearly, and the package, different package, what that means. We'll have more information coming up, but monthly one we're going to be removing. So this way the people do not get confused. We do believe if you really want to invest and then learn with us with a month, it's not enough time. So minimum 3 months commitment we're asking for people to join if you want to try out our service. And then learning part, you see the learning center, courses offered. We have already bunch of courses. If you click on courses offered, all these classes you can sign up, and then we have live classes also. So you sign up any of these, you will get to join the live classes that schedule is going to be shared with you with the member. And whenever you buy it, we have that class schedule here, class schedule. So our volunteers who's running it, and this is again is Aziz, Abrar Aziz, his phone number, email address sitting there. You're welcome to call him, get all the details about on demand and these all the day, how to get into this. And the whole idea is to learn, guys, this is what is going to help you, okay? And then there are more things we keep adding. Again, this is all run by volunteers. We're trying our best to update website. I know that it's a lot of wording and stuff is like it's not right, but give us time. We'll fix it. We'll get there. Okay. Now coming back to just look at some of the text people ask for it, and then I'll go only 3 guys. And somebody asked, please do ask, and you can read up on the website what's the cost monthly. I share on the website. $25 is the minimum you can start a commitment with, and then $25, $50, $100. The difference between the silver is $25, gold is $50, $100 is platinum. And then some of the benefit what each one means on the forum, the membership forum tells you. But the key thing is like as the higher you go, the more time you get from us, from our experienced trader, talk to get one-to-one consulting, coaching, those you get. Otherwise, those who just only want start with minimum, you can go with something like $25. All right. Because let's see, space, Twitter, and somebody told me something else. If you do not mind, I'm going to touch Twitter and then space and Google. We touched Twitter and space, and someone else said something else. What was that?
I think it was Amazon.
We touched up Amazon.
That was earlier, yeah.
Yeah, Twitter and space and somewhere else also. My apology, I didn't write it down. If you can shout it back again, I'll go over that.
I think it was Fastly. Was it Neo or Fastly?
Yeah, Omar or Big, let me know if you see that in the chat room. So
Yeah,
meanwhile,
it's Costco. It's
let
CEO
me
at
look
Costco.
at Twitter. So if you look at the Twitter, the what's the currently Twitter, the trend is looks like going down, 50 days moving average, and here is 100 days moving average. Both of them is below this. Twitter is like 36, 37. At some point, they had a good range, good run last week, and the earnings also. Did they have earnings last week? Twitter? Anybody knows?
I think on the chart it says the earnings is done. Yeah.
Yeah, earnings was done. Look at earnings, it pulled up all the way to at some point 39. It looks like people took the profit. It's the profit time, and then after that it just came down. If you see it came down, it's like profit is gone down. Twitter is now hanging around there. I would say, with current trend, Twitter does look like that people took the profit out and it's still sitting there. With current momentum, our it could be. It's just like at the end when the market closed last week, is try to fight back to come back to around 37 range. If Twitter goes back to 37 range, it can go back to again 14. Otherwise, I would not be surprised to see that Twitter is coming back to again 34 range. So your range is in 36 to 37. If it come back, Twitter is going to go back to again 30 Yes, and currently I think between TikTok, Twitter, Snap, they're all getting, not getting. Last week the money made in this area, the pins. Those who have seen the pins, we share that ticker. Also, the pins had amazing earnings came in. Look at what the Pinterest did. The earnings came up. Their earnings can push it up from 25 to 35. $10 move, huge move. It happened for that stock, this stock, and then you see, at the end of the day, it closed close to around 35, 36 range. So this happens. Social media, Facebook and Pinterest, they took their time, and Twitter got a little bit cooled down. But I would say, that if market keeps this momentum, Twitter may have room to go back to 37 and above. Okay. And space SPCE space is like is just shame what we saw. We thought at some point it's coming back up. Space had a good momentum. You see that around 27 it touched last week at some time, but then came down and it's below this guy 24. And I do see that with the current momentum it can come down again, come down to around 18, 19. I do not know, but let's see what happens.
Moshi, Space have earnings tomorrow, I guess, and also with today there was news that the SpaceX shuttle coming down to Earth successfully. So maybe that could influence during tomorrow day morning.
Yes, earnings time. Thank you for sharing that. Exactly. Like if you look at 24 range, right, 22 range, the trend looks down. But yes, if it earnings and plus tomorrow, if they have some good news on SpaceX, even future wise, this comes up more. And then sometimes you might see some analysts might boost up again SpaceX. But hey, we do see that this stock is going to go up in future. If that happens, over 24, it can go back to again 26 range. But I don't see it can go back to over 30 like what it did in about 6 months or 8 months ago. But the current, I'm looking at the trend. What's in 4 hours and in 1 hour. If you look at it in 1 hour, this trend is bad. If you look at it, 50 days in a moving average, it's still going down. Especially when this guy is crossing this guy, it goes down. That means it tells you on technically those who understand technical moving average, what that means. We teach that in a class. Its trend is down. But sometimes news, whenever news or any catalyst comes in, then it kind of discount all the technical. It can go up. Okay. Anything else?
Could you share something on NEO, please?
NEO? Let's see, NEO. Yeah, I'm looking at short term. NEO is the trend looks it's just it came down at some point. And now at 11, and I do see the trend is just hanging around. If you look at the last one, let me see the day chart. At some point, 16, it came down here in 19. And on the daily chart, it does, it looks like, okay, it still is it's trying to stay above this. It will go back to 16 range, but now this staying there. Last 2 days it went down and it had, and tomorrow what I would say that NEO, if you see tomorrow it goes down to like again around 11 range and stay, or if it stay red last day, following day is trend is going to go down more, right? Trend says it goes down, but on daily chart on here, but here on this guy, according to this guy, yes, NEO is uptrending. Current uptrending, it does. But as far as this week, I do see that it all depends on how NEO does tomorrow. And since NEO whole EV market, you saw that Tesla. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't talk about Tesla. Nobody even told me that Tesla, what's happening. The whole EV market is cooled down, and Tesla earnings came out awesome. And if EV market come back up again, NEO is going to go back to the range, 15 and above. So we have to see, if Tesla and others EV wake up, okay, the battery market. But
Boeing. Boeing.
Oh, I know. Is this Cindy?
No, I think it was someone else. Boeing she was asking for.
Yes, yes, it's Cindy.
That's Cindy. Come on, I know Cindy's voice. Big, Cindy,
Yeah, you can recognize her
yeah.
voice.
We'll go to Boeing now. Let's do Tesla. Let's go to Tesla, Cindy, and then we'll go Boeing. Look at the Tesla. And for some of you see, I have a lot of numbers sitting there, but please ignore that. I have but Tesla is like, it's cooled down, and we see that some of this thing happening with Tesla, and Elon needs to slow down with his tweeting, and hopefully, investor is going to have more confidence. But I think he's back to tweeting mode again, and that also got people nervous about whole idea. But overall, Tesla had an awesome earning, but as far as earning, it did not go back to what we projected, 1794. But currently, trend does look like, Tesla is last few days, if you look, it keep going downtrend on the daily chart. But chart and the indicator and other tells is still Tesla is all-time high. I would see that if Tesla tomorrow and then stay around 14. Right now it's a 1430 range. You see that I have already the indicator. If it stay below, goes below again 1430, below 14, Tesla has a bad day, bad week might happen. Otherwise, Tesla can come back up 1500 and above. If Tesla picks up and NEO is going to pick up and others EV is going to pick up the whole market space. Okay. The Boeing side. Boeing. Oh, that's sad to see. Boeing is one they closed it, and on the earnings side also you saw that they had bad earnings. So with current the rate, I know it's American darling stock, and we do talk about this, but this rate, I do not be surprised to see Boeing is coming back to not that range. Up to around you see that it is already touching this price, but 150 range around 150 is going to be, this is the 152 range. You see that here 155 152 is already there, but I would not be surprised to see that is back to like 140 150 range, because right now it's whole airlines and its industry is suffering, but I do not see it's going to go down more. So what I had a number that if Boeing touch 150, I'm going to buy more Boeing, because I do think Boeing going to come back up. But it just right now just suffering with all the other news and travel and the coronavirus number. People knew that Boeing projection is not going to be as good as that's already expected. So Boeing should turn around. But if Those who those who is like Cindy, even myself, if Boeing goes below 150, I'll keep adding more Boeing.
So it's good for long-term investors. Say we're
Yes.
looking for 3 years for sort of retirement, even 10 years.
Oh, do not wait until retirement, Cindy. You'll retire. You know, the current president and all these, they are retired. They have not retired yet, right?
So,
But what I would say that Boeing is a long. We do not know financially what will happen because there are some more stimulus that talking about to offer to the industry along industry alliance industry also. So if those good news happen, Boeing is going to come back up to 100 range. But for now, short term, next week or following week, Boeing has uh, some more red. So if you have Boeing, just don't get discouraged. Sell it with a loss. Boeing is going to turn around. Keep adding some more Boeing if you can.
Hi. Hi. I have a question about the BAC, Bank of America. I have been following it continuously from past 1 month, and I'm charting it every day, and I see like I'm able to predict everything. So I see it's going to 26 or 27 by the end of this month. So can you say what do you think on this?
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we're going to make this the last one, and then we're going to close up. Okay. Yes, Bank of America, if you look at it, there are a lot of news also happened this weekend that came out that Warren Buffett that added more and more in Bank of America into position. And the chart also, if you look at the chart, Bank of America had earnings was okay. It was not the best earning, just kind of when earnings came up and on the day it got pulled back a little bit, hanging out. Now slowly, if you look at this chart, this is the short-term 50 days moving average and where it's trying to stay above. So this, if you keep going, I do see that this coming week that the news is a couple more banking got suffered last week because of attack, and then a whole retail and banking went down, JPM, other retail and that in asset market areas, fixed asset, they went down. I do see that this week that, tech is going to pull out market. Looks like, discounting everything, what happens, all the corona and everything around. So market is just like shrug off all this. So if that's the case and that, then there was the stress test happened a couple of weeks ago. It also came out good. So, and on top of it, if Warren Buffett keep adding more position on Bank of America, you will be adding more position this week on Bank of America. Because I do see that, it can touch. And then, when somebody like the value investor, the guru is known, Warren Buffett, he put his money out from airlines and adding more position here, he knows something that you and I do not. So I think we should, some of us can consider doing this. I will do that for myself.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I'll keep sharing. I'm closely following this. If I see anything, I'll keep sharing this on the Telegram group.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Surya.
Thank you.
So I think this is it, guys, and I do want to have take any questions, any feedback from the new members who joined with us. It's the first time, and wanted to hear from you guys. How did you like it?
Hi Mushi, it was very nice actually. So we just like getting hang of it's a lot of information we need to digest now.
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm glad you mentioned it's a lot of information you need to digest. And one of the things we do is that when you are in the Telegram or our Discord areas that we do midday every week, midday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. We do same session, then we update with the people what happened to the market. And on the website, sometimes, depending on the resource that we share some of this video later on, you can watch. So that's why it's important for you on the website. And when you go urbanhood.org on the upper left, you're going to see the YouTube link. Stay on the YouTube link, stay on the Telegram or Discord, whichever you prefer. But Discord, during the day, we are very less chatty in the Telegram. As I said, that Discord opened up the automation for us, the tools.
Okay.
So most of the day trading and during the day, any of you have a question, you can go on the Discord free group. If you are having difficulty to connect from the Telegram, you are going to see admins. You can ping any of the admins, or in the Discord admins, they will help you with the difficulty. And then you can ask with any admins, and we'll be happy to answer your question during the day. But at Telegram, we are less chatty during the day. Okay. Yeah, and keep learning.
Omar is here if you want him to do a quick tour of Discord for the new members.
Let's we have whole Discord. I think I went through it earlier. And then we have a training video also whole Discord we shared. But I think that's a good idea. In future we can give him few minutes when he's ready. For now, let's end it. One more.
Just real quick, just to add something. For all the new people, don't be discouraged from Discord. I know it's a lot. When I first started using it, I had the same feeling. Like it's too much. It's I didn't like it. But once you learn it, and it's gonna take you just a few days or a week at max just to read everything. Everything is self-labeled. Think of it as a huge filing cabinet with labels on it, and whatever you need is all in order. You just open that drawer and you find everything you need. You don't. It's not all jumbled together into one big pile. It's all broken down and it's organized, and you'll get a hang of it. It's not bad at all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'll go through all the links. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Last question, last feedback or any questions? Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was helpful. Actually, as we were on the call, I just signed up for your monthly thing.
Awesome, welcome. Thank you, Sonia. I'm glad you guys find value into it. As I said, please do not forget our parent organization, urbanfoodalliance.org. And if any of you want to contribute to support our India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and we are adding Africa in our expanding our humanity service while we are doing it every week in state of New Jersey.
Thanks for watching. Visit our website, urbanhood.org, and join our community at meetup.com and look for financial freedom for you. Thank you, and we hope to see you soon.